Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 26th stream now. The one I was supposed to do on Friday and missed. How are we all today? I wanted to start on a positive note, chatting about Heung-min Son, but we'll come on to that in a sec. Just watched the Arsenal game, and Arsenal was shit. Like, really bad. And now, a man that I thought I would never get rid of again for the rest of the season, Alexis Sanchez, I'm now considering taking out. We'll come on to that in a sec. I put a few polls up. One of them is including whether we should get rid of Sanchez, and obviously there's a bit of a risk with that, but maybe it's worth it right now, especially with Harry Kane back, and it being fairly difficult to get him back in. For my team, for example, I can get rid of Kane for I can get in Kane for over my strikers, but I don't know if I wanted, to be honest. So we'll chat about my transfers in a sec. Had a shave. I have indeed. Though funnily enough, I had this shave, it was either yesterday or the day before, and my missus only noticed today. She came in and she was like, "Did you shave your beard off?" And I said, "Yeah, like 2 days ago." It's about time, to be honest. It's getting a bit messy. I mainly only have a beard out of pure laziness. All the usuals in. Fozzie, how's it going? Malik, he's pissed. Why is he pissed? Are you drunk or are you just annoyed? Oh, with Arsenal. Bench King and Stevens for the third game at running. Nightmare. Sensible benches. I don't know if King against leaky Chelsea was sensible. I think I said though, like, not that I would have benched Sanchez, but I'm pretty sure I said that, maybe on the Scoutcast, that is Crystal Palace away and Middlesbrough away, you know, good fixtures, considering they're, you know, pretty solid defensively. I was really impressed with Palace tonight. I know Arsenal sometimes look like they've given up, but Saka was at the heart of everything in the defence. Like, he didn't, not that Arsenal were that attacking, but he stopped anything that came near him. Do you know what I mean? He was intercepting, he was blocking shots, getting tackles in. Like, the front three, Benteke, Townsend and Zaha, caused the defence like so many problems. Like, yeah, I was really impressed with Saka. Like, I don't know, you've probably seen my tweets, I'm already considering getting in a Palace defender this week, because I feel like I needed a new defender. I really want Van Arnold, but will he get straight back in? I assume he probably will, but they're doing so well at the moment. You've captained Sanchez the last 3 game weeks. I mean, we probably now don't captain Sanchez until his double. Let's say the double's in 36. You're not captaining him until then. You're not going to captain him against Spurs. 31st a double. I'd rather have a captain like Zaha, I think. And next week you're not going to captain him because Spurs have Bournemouth at home, so I am pretty tempted. It's a bit of a knee-jerk, but I'm quite tempted to sell Sanchez. But it puts me in a position then when I have King, Son, and Zaha. So I'd have to. I don't mind benching King this week because he's playing Spurs away. The week after it's tough. Now, obviously you have to take into account selling price, but I don't think I've got any value tied up in him at all. Yeah, he's gone up 0.1, and to be fair, he's probably going to fall, so I've made no money on him. So I don't know. It's fear factor when it comes to getting rid of Sanchez. It's like thinking about almost thinking about selling Aguero in previous seasons. I don't know. Anyway, because I know people want to know, and I want to talk about it. So let's have a quick look. Sorry, just making sure I'm set up properly here. Let's have a quick look at my game week. I won't gloat too much, but yes, I kept Son. I kind of considered Son or Sigurdsson out for Sané. And I don't know, I had a feeling that Kane would come straight back in. I wasn't expecting Son and Janssen to play, to be honest. But I just thought that for the chance that Son plays, I'm just better off keeping the free transfer. I'm in a better position this week. So I kept him and he went mad. And I was watching the game and he could have scored again. Like, he should have scored again, actually. He had a good chance where he hit the bar. It's fair enough, off target. But there was another chance where it was easier than his goals. Both his goals were really good, by the way. Now everyone seems really sure that he's going to play again. And he probably will. If Wanyama's back, then surely there's a chance to go to 3-5-2 and he doesn't play. But it's Bournemouth at home, so no chance of getting rid. The week after, I'll probably consider it. We'll see. Quite happy with him right now. I mean, you'd think they did so well that they keep that formation, but they've also done well with 3-5-2, so I don't know. Spurs will go forward and back with Dyer dropping out. Do you think Dyer won't play? I don't know. And the beauty is... excuse me. Sorry, I got a bit of a sore throat. The beauty about Son right now for me is there's no need for me to get rid, and it's not really much of a risk to keep him. But I bet there's a load of people that don't have him that want him, but you can't really bring him in. It's too risky, I think, to bring him in. Maybe not for this week, but longer term. I mean, it's a very short-term transfer at a time when people are preparing for double game week, so I'm in a really good position with him, I think. So yeah, I scored 89. Obviously, Sanchez is getting no bonus points tonight. I've got Mawson coming off, so I've been 91 altogether. No hit. I'm up to 40k. That'll obviously drop after tonight. I was on 73, or was it just 70 before? So that's not likely to drop down below 50, like. So yeah, 20k places at least made up. Happy days with that, to be honest. Alonso, I've given up. I'll just go through my team quickly before I start answering questions, because a lot of people always ask me about my team and stuff. So I've given up considering Alonso out. He's always going to do enough for me to keep him. I'm never going to have the luxury where I want to get rid of him. I've said this loads of times before that there are defenders I need to bring in, or I should bring in, like Davies, for example. I like Crystal Palace defenders this week, Middlesbrough next week. But I've got Funes Mori and Brandt who can go first. And the defenders that I'd want to bring in aren't that expensive, so I don't need the money from Alonso. So right now I'm probably keeping. Valencia seems to have a knock, which is actually better, I think, than him just being rested twice. So I'm going to keep him, because if he's missed 2 games, then hopefully that is his rest. He is a bit of a machine, so I'm hoping he's okay for the double. I'm not going to be in a rush to get rid of him. But again, I am helped out by Funes Mori and Brunt, who are probably more... it's more beneficial to get rid of them first. And then Heaton again with a clean sheet. 7 points. Obviously I did consider shipping him for Jakupovic a few weeks ago. Probably just going to keep him now. Yes, I decided I want to bring in Valdez or Hennessy. Pickford can play the next 3 games. West Ham, Middlesbrough, Bournemouth. I think that's decent enough. To be honest, I could almost play Pickford for the rest of the season. So we'll see what happens. And then moving on. King, really good again. Ali captain. Bit disappointed to only get 1 goal from him, but to be fair, he wasn't really in the game a whole lot, so probably quite lucky to get that. It was a really nice goal. Ibrahimovic doing the business, but I don't know. We won 3-0, but I almost think that was lucky. I know sometimes it's hard to play against 10 men, but I don't know. Man United just didn't look good going forward again. But Ibrahimovic doesn't really need to look good when he can pull out goals like he did. And Lukaku doing what he always does at home, scores goals. So my original plan, so let's have a look at my team for this week. So I know people always ask about my plans. My original plan was to ship Ibra for Kane, because that's going to be a tight game. I would expect Ibra to blank, to be honest. And then bring Ibra back in for Lukaku the week after, but it is West Ham away. But I mean, realistically, long term, I'm not going to have Lukaku because he's got no double game week. No matter how well he's playing, he's not going to get those 2 games. So it was going to be Ibra to Kane, and maybe Brunt or Funes Mori to Van Arnold. And then I was going to do a hit next week, the week after, sorry, for Sigurdsson or Son out for Zaha, and then Lukaku to Ibra to get Ibra back in. I don't know now. I can do this, see? Let's have a look here. Do Crouch out for Kane, which is a bit of an upgrade. Oh, can I afford Zaha anymore? I might not be able to. Has he gone up in price? Oh, he's 5.8, see? So that's like you have to make the decision now. And I don't really want to decide now. Zaha 55%. Doesn't matter if Sanchez drops. And Kane's not going to go out just yet. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Zaha and Kane and get rid of Sanchez. But that means I bench King this week. And he has good fixtures from 34, so I don't really want to bench him. I don't know. But I don't think I get rid of... I keep Lukaku long term, but we'll see. Anyway, that is my team currently. If anyone has some better ideas than that, get Townsend. I don't know about that. Becomes a bit of a problem then having King, Son and Zaha. Sigurdsson's not doing great at the moment. But I've got a feeling I'll have him for the next 2 games. We'll see. Anyway, that's my team. If anyone has any bright ideas for transfers, let me know. Let's oh yeah, actually, one more thing about Palace is I know some people were thinking that Benteke might get back on pens, but it doesn't look like he or Kabay had taken it. Was that Milaholovic or something like that? Never heard of him, to be honest. 5 million though. He's even in one of the polls. Put him in for a bit of a laugh, to be honest. Okay, quite a few people in at the moment, so I'll try and keep up with some questions. Davies or Siggy to Zaha? Oh, is that Tom Davies? Probably him. Sanchez is too... Yeah, okay, so if you own Sanchez and you've got no wildcard, then it's a much harder decision. Because everyone, no matter how badly he's performing, everyone will want Sanchez for his double game week. So for me, I've got that wild card, so I can almost get rid of him a bit easier, shall we say, because I can get him back in. I've got no money tied up in him. Didn't someone say the Arsenal-Southampton fixture will be announced around April the 8th? Yeah, a few people have tweeted me that. I don't know. I don't know where that was announced, but it should be soon, apparently. No matter how bad Arsenal are, Borough aren't Palace. I know, but Sanchez is playing out on the wing, and he just looks wasted there. Like the amount of times I see him get the ball, and he's just pinned on the wing. He's just wasted. So I feel like Middlesbrough, I know they conceded 4 goals to Hull recently, but he's been fairly tight. Mkhitaryan not in my plans anymore. Probably not. I don't think I have enough transfers to worry about people like Mkhitaryan. I'm probably looking at a max of 5 double game week players, I think. So Ibra, Valencia, I'd like Zaha and Van Arnold, I think. And the Middlesbrough defender, but one of the reasons I'm thinking about Van Arnold is not because they have... I know they have a pretty rubbish double game week, to be honest. But they have Leicester at home and Burnley at home either side. If you look at my defence, I could probably do with a new defender. So Van Arnold's the one I really want. Next game, Sanchez will play up top. Arsenal has to change it. I honestly would not be confident that's going to happen, to be honest. This result is surely enough for Wenger to see it's not working. Has to go back. The thing is, like, it's almost frustrating because Sanchez has played on that left before. Now, maybe not with Sanchez up front, but he has played there. So why not put the man up front that like did so well? And I know people were getting Walk on him, but he just looked awful today. He was captain. He's not a leader. He's not going to be bossing people about. So the other kind of captain's someone who like leads from the front or by influence, and it was shit. Honestly, like Arsenal it's actually frustrating to watch Arsenal, even as a non-fan. You just think you're better than that, and maybe they're not. I mean, I don't even know how many Arsenal centre midfielders right now are better than Fellaini. That's how bad it is. Fellaini. Captain fantastic. 3-goal average when we captain Fellaini. You don't get much better than that. Do we think Wenger will go? Nah, not a chance Wenger goes before the end of the season. Even then he probably won't go, especially if they make top 4. Which is maybe looking a little less likely now. Sanchez didn't dribble at all when we got the ball. To be fair, Palace did defend really well. And they had a lot of men on Sanchez whenever he got the ball. But like in the second half, he was just pinging balls in, like high balls. Especially when Giroud come on it. I don't know. It's like watching Man United play. Like, who did they start with? Not to stick on Arsenal for too long, but they started with Xhaka and El Neni in the middle. And Ozil kept having to come back because those two just don't create anything. Like Xhaka, I think he's like, wasn't his passing supposed to be really good? Like, he could not make a pass tonight. Anyway, I feel like we talked about Arsenal loads already. Not impressed. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Have 3 Spurs, and the only way to get Kane is to get rid of Son or Ali. Yeah, that is a tough decision, to be honest. You have to think longer term. The Son is not going to be an option, but it's so hard to get rid of him when he's in this form, and it is Bournemouth at home. I have actually thought myself maybe I just don't get Kane in this week, but I feel like he's absolute must for captain. Like Lukaku at home is a good option as well, obviously, but Burnley can be tight when they want to be. Negredo certain hat-trick. He didn't even start the last game. If I don't get Kane, who do I captain? It'll be Lukaku or Ali. And I know I should consider Son, but I won't, because there is a chance he doesn't play. Even if it's a small chance. I feel like I take my 19 points and I'm happy enough with that. You think Kane starts versus Bournemouth but maybe only plays 70 plus? That is a possibility. Let's just have a quick look though. So I was thinking this the other day, it's one of the reasons I didn't, to be honest, I didn't consider Son captain at all in the last game, I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. But Kane strikes me, okay, no, he has come off early a few times. He strikes me a bit like Sanchez in a way. That he wants to play every match and he will play till he's like completely knackered every game. But yeah, he does come off a few times early, but obviously just back from injury. Look at that, 5 goals and 2. I never owned him. Thing is, if I don't get Kane this week, I probably don't get him the week after either. In fact, I think if you don't get Kane this week, you probably just wait a few weeks. God, dare I say it, maybe to the double. I don't know, he was so good before he went though. Before he got injured. I don't know, I feel like it's almost Sanchez versus Kane right now for me, and right now that doesn't even seem like a tough decision. Thoughts on Sigurdsson? I feel like Sigurdsson's a bit like Alonso. I'm gonna hold on to him for too long. Kane versus Arsenal is almost triple captain territory. Not sure about that. Yeah, he has done well before. On your wildcard, Rohall, Bailey. I mean, as long as Small and Jones are out, they're pretty much both nailed. I'd probably go Bailly because he's more likely to keep his place longer term. Does Llorente deserve holding on to? I think Llorente's pretty rubbish. Even if he comes back in, I just don't think he's that good an option. I mean, a couple of okay fixtures, but how much is he? 6 point something. 6.3. I mean, I'd like to find the money personally to get Benteke. I'm actually quite struggling this week with transfers. I've got 2 free transfers. I've done okay, but I don't know what to. Don't really know what to do. Because I think this week King is like a guaranteed blank. Don't think they're scoring against Spurs. Not many teams do. Kane did look okay actually in the couple of minutes he got against Watford. Oh yeah, I'm not looking to get rid of King, but if I did my Sanchez and Crouch to Zaha and Kane moves, then King, I'm really happy to bench King this week. But next week it then becomes a problem. Here's a player we should talk about. Sunderland. 4.3 million, Victor Anichebe. Has West Ham, Borough and Bournemouth in the next 3, and Hull to be fair. And then a double game week of Swansea and Arsenal. If that is not prime... I know they haven't scored for a while, but if that is not prime bench boosting player, then I don't know what is, to be honest. He should be the one I'm... Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I do Crouch to Anichebe and play Anichebe and bench King. How good would that be? I actually thought Anichebe looked alright against United. Considering we defended defended pretty well. We had so much of the ball. Had a couple of okay chances. Barnes is better. I don't know. Didn't Barnes get benched last game? 11 hours without a goal, true, but Anichebe's been injured. Look, you'll all say this now, just you wait. Anichebe is the one. It depends if we're still playing 3-5-2 at that point, I suppose. Like, I want Kane for the double game week. I'll probably want Ibrahimovic. Although Spurs away and Southampton away is not great. And to be honest, Man City is where I'll be looking at in game week 37. So maybe Jesus, we'll have to see. Gabbiadini potentially. We'll see. Anichebe will be my fantasy on a risk this week for sure. Unless someone else gets there first. Which would be annoying. Would you do Aguero to Kane? I think yes. Because yes, Aguero is scoring. And unlike... Maybe not unlike Costa, but he's more likely to get bonus than Costa is. Southampton away. Man, you know, I mean, I can see him scoring in these games, but how many is he going to score? I don't know. I'd rather have Kane, I think, and have the money. Because I think, yes, Aguero is in good form, but he's still quite overpriced. I'm expecting Valencia to play the next game week and the double. We have to wait until the Europa League, I think, but yes, I think he'll play the next game week. In the double, there's always going to be a risk, but I think there's potential clean sheet in either of those games. Man City one will be tough, but you know there's potential for a clean sheet there. So even if he plays one, it's not the end of the world. Does Costa and Alonso to Kane and PVA make sense? Makes sense. Does it make sense? Well, it should work out over the next few game weeks anyway. That's what I'll say. Yeah, Saka will be a huge miss in the Liverpool game. But when I'm looking at like PVA, and again, it's the fixtures either side as well. And PVA is Van Aanholt's injured right now, so yeah, there should be Scoutcast tomorrow night. Who did you get in for Costa? You know Kane is the obvious one, but you already have 3 Spurs. You don't want to sell any of them. You have Lukaku and Ibra already. Benteke maybe. Do you have enough cover to bench PVA for a bit? But what are you benching him for? Like you're playing him the next 3 game weeks. As long as he's fit. Alright, you play him against Leicester. You play him in the double because it's a double. Even if it's rubbish, it's a double. And then you play him for Man City. And then your wild card. Sorry, you play him against Burnley, then your wild card. Yeah, he's supposed to be back this week, so we'll have to wait on news. Big Sam does love him. The thing is, Schlapper's been playing alright, so I still think he probably comes back in. You're captaining Deeney against Swansea this week. That's interesting. Surely there's better captain options this week. Lukaku or Kane captain this week. If I have both of them, which I probably will, I think, I'll go Kane. Okay, a few random questions. Tell me why you got the Shane Long card in the back. I got it from work. I kind of like it, so I thought I'd put it up on the wall. How long have I known the lads on the Scoutcast for? I don't know, it must be... depends what you mean by know them, but... so 2 years. I'd say now. Maybe a bit more. And what am I drinking out of the bottle? Blackcurrant squash. Ali or Lukaku captain. I think I don't like saying no to Lukaku captain because he's done so well at home. I mean, if we look at his score quick, where are we? If we look at his recent scores, then he's got like, was it 13 in the last game, 16 against Hull, 12 against West Brom, so he's doing really well. You know, 6 and then 21, but I don't know, Burnley can just always seem to be tight when they want to be. Don't forget, by the way, while we've got so many people watching, hit the thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the stream, if obviously you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Over the 1,000 mark now. Working on the next 1,000. What am I waiting to get Kane in? If you mean why am I waiting, or am I waiting? It's because I don't know how to do it. I don't know which way to do it. I think I can get away with price changes tonight, so... Is Sanchez worth his 11.6 million price tag? Not right now. Scatcast should be tomorrow yet. No chance of a Palace clean sheet in your opinion. Against who? They've done really well recently defensively. I can actually... Hang on. Can I do Siggy to Zaha, Lukaku to Kane? Yeah, but I'm just not getting rid of Lukaku before Burnley at home, I don't think. I've looked at this already, I can do it easy, I've got money in the bank, I'm like 0.1 off. 0.2 now, there must have been a price change since the last look. So yes, I can do that. But am I gonna do that? I don't think so. It does work though. And I don't have money in the bank to upgrade a defender. I don't know though. No, I can't get rid of Lukaku before Burnley at home, I don't think. Thing is, I'm not confident in Ibra getting any points this week at all. I mean, to be fair, he's come back, 2 goals and assists in 2 games is nice, but I don't know. Well, I have to have him for this, but this isn't going to be great, I don't think. Neither's this. Yeah, I can take out Sanchez and Crouch. I can do Zaha and Kane. But I leave myself with a bit of a benching headache going forward. What if I do this? So Zaha. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Son and Sigurdsson go. One becomes a bench fodder, like Davis. Then I have 10 million to spend on another. And I just play King and Zaha for the rest of the season. I don't know. I've got a wild card, I suppose. Yeah. But I'm Sanchez though. Basically, if the double game week's in 35 and I don't have Sanchez, I have to wildcard, I think. So I was thinking about even the Southampton and Arsenal double game week. I don't really know who I want for that either. Well, this is the thing, if I keep Lukaku, my plans after would be to keep him a bit longer. Probably for West Ham away. Maybe I ship him for Benteke. Maybe I think, I don't know. I'm lost, people, I'm lost. Yeah, I'll probably get Yoshida in, to be fair. I'm keeping Valencia for now. It's Kane essential. I feel like he almost is for Bournemouth at home. And probably for the rest of the season, given the form he's been in when he has played. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting in a Southampton player right now. Don't think Lukaku out will hurt me as much as I think. Probably not, but it just doesn't seem right getting rid of Lukaku when he has such a nice... Well, he has a nice fixture. When Ibra doesn't. Or I just forget about Kane, make one transfer and go into the double game week with 2 transfers in hand. There's of course another option. I kind of like Zaha versus Leicester this week. If you wildcard now and bring in Hazard for Sanchez, you can switch them for the Arsenal double game week. Downgrade Lukaku to cover the. Yeah, I don't think I feel like I have a need to wildcard, to be honest. I don't want to bring Hazard in before he plays Man United at home, away even. Lukaku 12 and 6 at home and 1 and 7 away. I mean, if he's going to score against anyone away, it's going to be West Ham, I'd say. Just a thought, if you had all 3 Spurs midfield, can't you be fairly confident you'll get the assist if Kane scores, only missing out on a point? Potentially, I have looked at getting Eriksen in, but I think he's a bit more expensive. I don't think I can do it. It's basically have to be for Sigurdsson, I think. 0.5 off. I don't really have a way of getting that I like, to be honest. We don't just need 4 Spurs slots, we need like 5. Get double defence. Yeah, I actually, what Big Rice said, I actually considered that when I was watching the game. Get Townsend and Zaha and forget about Benteke. But that means getting rid of one of Son or King. I think I can get rid of Son after Bournemouth. I think then that's a good time to get rid of him. Take his points and run. That's done so well for me. After I was so worried after this game. Talk about knee-jerk. I have got, by the way, some polls, top right hand corner. Click the little eye. Go vote. I think I put 4 or 5 up today. Mostly with yes or no answers because I feel like people are more likely to give their opinion. There you go, the song's in the chat. Or if you can get like a scrolling thing with what songs are playing. Like you can on Twitch. So Son, Eriksen, Ali and Kane would be the front 4 if Spurs played 4 at the back. But up until recently they were playing 3 at the back. Or 5, whatever you want to say. How's it going, Shawnee? So, if you go back to 5 at the back, Son is a risk. Because then it would be Wanyama and Dembele and then Ali, Eriksen and Kane ahead. With Davies and Walker potentially providing the width, unless Trippier plays again. But I'm assuming Walker's going to be back in next game. Trippier's so good though. Should definitely be to another Premier League team, I reckon. First choice. I take Man United, I think. Valencia is doing alright, but it's getting on a bit. Bournemouth play with 2 up front, so it's likely to be 5 at the back. Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking move to Kane. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. What chips do I have left and when will I use them? I have wildcard and bench boost. I will probably wildcard whichever the Arsenal Southampton double game week is in. So if it's in 35, I'll probably do it. Then if not 36, and I'll bench boost in 37. I've not even looked if the bench boost in 37 is going to be worth it, but I kind of figure it's not worth that many points anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Anybody else doing a questionnaire for David Warder? I don't think I've actually done it yet. Should do it though, he's writing a book. Fantasy football book, should be good. Ibra, Kane, Hokey Cokey, that is basically what I've considered, but it doesn't seem worth the extra transfer to do that. Yeah, basically what Matt said for Spurs. It's Summer Wanyama. How's it going, Killian? Hey Killian, you're not the same guy that used to do the play on stuff, are you? Why is nobody mentioning Coutinho? I think it's basically just because Kane is back and there's bigger fish to fry, maybe? Who did Liverpool even have this week? West Brom away. It's not a bad fixture, I suppose. Best 5 million defender or under from now till you wildcard. I honestly think it'll be Van Arnold. If it's until you wildcard, because when you wildcard you can get the Southampton guys in. Southampton have pretty poor fixtures up until their double. Middlesbrough again, like Middlesbrough is where I would look, obviously, because they've got a double game week coming. But I want someone to play this week, and they've got Arsenal at home, so not sure about that. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. So I said this already, but Ibra to Kane this week, and then Lukaku to Ibra in game week 34. You think Origi's spot is in danger? He's only in danger from Sturridge, I suppose, but generally Origi is the one that's been like ahead in the pecking order. Has the Zaha ship sailed? No, I don't think so. Sanchez and Charlie Adam. Oh dear. You presume that everyone is captain Ibra in game week 34. I mean, I probably will for a lack of other options, really. Who do Spurs? Oh, Spurs have Palace away, don't they? Yeah, I think I have to captain Ibra. Potentially go for a cheeky Zaha or Townsend captain in game week 34. Bit of a differential, but it is risky considering everyone will captain Ibra. From Son, Davies, Ali and Kane, which three to keep for next to the Gameweek 33? Well, it has to be Kane and Ali, so you're basically choosing between Son and Davies. I mean, Son is probably better for this week, but Davies longer term. Captain Kane? Nah, I wouldn't be captaining Kane in Gameweek 34, to be honest. Crystal Palace away is not a great fixture right now for an attacker. Would I get Kane for Vardy? Yeah, I think I would. I wouldn't be surprised if Vardy is rested for the second leg. It is before the second leg, isn't it? Yeah, they play Palace and then they play the second leg. I don't know, I mean, it doesn't strike me as a player that needs much of a rest, but considering everyone else got rested last time, or a lot of them got rested last time, I wonder if it'll be Vardy's turn this, the next Premier League game. What is going on with Spurs' the celebration? Do you know what? If Son and Ali keep scoring, I'll join in with the celebrations too. If I had to drop one of Ali or Eriksen, I'd drop Eriksen. If Wenger releases a statement saying he's staying, would you get rid of Sanchez? No, I don't know if it's quite like the Leicester situation, to be honest. Plus, there's no way he's going to release a statement he's staying in a week they've lost. Surely he'll wait until they batter someone. Hennessy or Valdez for 34. So if you're just literally getting them in for 34, then it has to be Valdez. If you're looking from kind of this week onwards, then I think Hennessy's a good option because he'll surely get saves in the double game week, and he's got two nice enough fixtures either side. So yeah, I was thinking earlier watching the game, I quite like Hennessy as an option. Yeah, maybe I just don't get Kane. Maybe that's what we do, Matt. We just don't get him. That early move on Zlatan made up for Costa. Yeah, so that's worked out so far. So Ibra outscored Costa this week, I think, and I think I made an extra point out of him last week. So yeah, it's gone alright so far. Is Son a sufficient Kane alternative? Maybe this week, but not long term. Because Son could drop out. Kane for Lukaku or Vardy? It has to be Vardy, I reckon. Lucky assist for Vardy at the weekend. There was never a shot from Albrighton for the free kick. It's weird because as soon as I saw came back, I was like, right, I have to get him in. But now everyone else is kind of so like adamant he has to come into the team. I'm thinking, don't you give it a miss now? Can he be that good? Time to drop Sanchez? It could well be, yeah. He's not looking so good out on that left with Welbeck playing. I don't know if Wenger's going to change that. I mean, Welbeck was off before 60 minutes tonight, so maybe Giroud or Sanchez will start in front next game, but I don't know, it's tough. Leicester at home in 34 is maybe not the worst fixture though. Yeah, I might, in fact I'm just going to do this now because I thought about this already. Yeah, I'm going to swap them. Especially considering Brunt doesn't seem to, or didn't start the last game. I just want a different defender to play here. But Berahino's not getting dropped, I don't think. Nearly scored at the weekend. Pretty nice save by Mingele. How long have we been streaming for? Coming up to an hour, so we'll do the polls in a minute. So, if you haven't already, top right hand corner there's a little eye. Click that and then vote on the polls we got up. While you're doing it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, drop a like on the stream, and subscribe if you are new around here. Origi or Benteke in Friday? It has to be Benteke, doesn't it? Right now. How much is Benteke? 7.1, look at that. Sigurdsson and Crouch to Zaha and Benteke. Bench King. Don't get Kane. What about that? Free transfers as well. Does Valencia play next game? He should do. I would just wait for the Europa League and see. If he starts in that, then he probably will. Son to Zaha or Davis to Gibson, which is better for a hit? Don't know if I like either of those. Andy Carroll to Kane, Sanchez to Zaha, and Vardy to Lukaku. That sounds alright, but I don't know if you need to take a hit to bring Lukaku in. Downgrading Alonso is also an option for Benteke fans. It is, but I'm probably not going to do it. Any big gains on your mini league with this all? Yeah, this one. I think he'll be one ahead after the scores changed tonight. I think I was like 30 or 40 behind. Well, there you can see it was nearly 40 behind. So that was good. Up to 24 in Let's Talk FPL. I think I was 60th or something last week. Felix still up there. He's getting caught though by Andrew, who was in the chat, I think. Andrew Tavey. He's usually in. How did you do tonight? How did Felix do? Okay, so neither of you had like Zaha or anyone. Oh, no wait, Felix had Hennessy. Oh, look at that, dirty clean sheet against Arsenal. Oh yeah, I need to watch Carragher on Arsenal. Oh, I didn't mean to block that message, Bantosaurus Rex. But I can put it back, I'm afraid. Why can't you post WEP? What does that mean? What do I think happened between Ranieri and the players? I don't know. Ranieri's too good of a man to even say it was them, even if it was. It's just hard to say. Vardy to Kane, worth a hit. See, I think it might be. It's tough because Vardy's in form. I think he may get rested, so... Yep. Groves came worth a hit. Who do City have this week? I hate. I don't know. I like in general. I like Aguero to Kane. Southampton away, it could be okay. I don't know about hate though. Yeah, Kane is more explosive than Aguero right now, that's for sure. Or he's probably more likely to be explosive. Obviously, he hasn't played for a little while, but he did score 5 goals in his last 2 fixtures. No, full fixtures, not the little cameo he made the other day. I mean, Bournemouth again aren't very good at keeping clean sheets, I don't think, generally, and Spurs are in such good form. That's why I just like Kane so much this week. How can I get Kane with my team? A few different ways. Ibra to Kane, Sanchez to Zaha, Kane in for Crouch. Wait, who's Benaloon? It's from Leicester, right? Why is... Hang on a second. Has he been playing instead of Morgan? Okay, yeah. But is he not back soon? But surely once Morgan's back, he's straight out of the team. Wait, Morgan's out for the season. Why is he not flagged as being out for the season? Hey, I'm pretty sure someone said this in the last stream. There was nowhere that said he's out for the season. Yeah, I don't think he has been ruled out for the whole season. I wouldn't be considering Mertesacker. He doesn't play. It's too risky to bring him in. There's nothing to say he'll definitely get back in. If you're bringing in a goalkeeper this week for the double game week, I said this earlier. Valdez, if you just take Gameweek 34 in isolation, Valdez is the better pick. Hennessy has a couple of nice fixtures either side, so I would consider him. Let me turn the Facebook sound offset. No. Maybe I can't. Randy, you're always sending too many messages. Can I show you my Gameweek 30-14? With single Gameweek players with a good fixture. I don't think I'm really losing anyone. See, it's hard to say without knowing. I mean, potentially Sanchez, I suppose. Let's see if I'll just go if I do it this way around. So this is my free transfer this week. So that then gives me 3 double game week players. I don't know what else I do. If I do that, I'm not bringing Benteke in. Well, am I doing Lukaku for Benteke? But he's got West Ham, so I don't know. I don't know right now. I'm actually struggling. I really am for this week. Because when I make my transfers with a double game week in mind, I like to know what I'm going to do the week after. I just don't know right now. And it sucks because I know people are tuning in, they want answers, and tomorrow I'll have to answer similar questions on the Scoutcast. Van Arnold is another one I'd like, actually. So maybe Brent out for Van Arnold. But if I get him, I want him this week because of the nice fixture. So something like that. I don't think I'm going to go mad on getting rid of players. Son maybe out. Townsend is a risk. I don't know. I'm really struggling. I feel I love going all in for double game week players because maybe it's just me remembering the highs, but they always seem to generally pay off. There'll always be ones that don't. Like the Man City one wasn't that great, but usually they seem alright because other people doubt them. Then that allows. Like I remember maybe not last year, before when Austin had a double game week, everyone was doubting him. I got him in, he did really well. He then pulled me up the ranks. But this one is just, I'm really struggling to get excited about it, to be honest. And we're not getting a Middlesbrough defender. I mean, I may do, but it's going to be a hit. And that way around, I got no money in the bank, so I can't do Funes Mori to Gibson. How much is Joel Ward? 4.8. The single game week players you move out have a good fixture. Who does Brunto in 34? I need to do a defensive. Oh, he doesn't have a fixture in 34, so he's not that bad to get out. Crouch isn't a worry either. Sanchez is the only one, but that's a bigger picture than whether he just has a good game week 34 fixture. To be honest, for me, it's not even. It's not really about worrying about which game week 34 spoke out. It's more that I don't really like the double game week players I'd have to bring in, to be honest. Yeah, just to like confirm, because people are asking. I know I keep talking about Van Aanholt. He's supposed to be back this week, but we'll have to wait for news from Sam Allardyce. I would be a little bit worried usually because they've been defending well without him, but Big Sam is a big fan of Van Aanholt. No one can post web links apart from me and the mods. Does Lukaku outscore Vardy by 4 more points this week? I think he might, yeah. But if you're bringing Lukaku in for a hit this week, like, for a long-term move, I'm not sure about that. How many hits do I need to set myself up for game week 34? Again, this is such a hard question to answer without a plan because I have 2 free transfers. So let's say I keep Ibra and do the Zaha move. Then I've got 3 double game week players without a hit. So I can bring in 1 more without doing a hit. That's 4. Do I bring in a Borough defender for a hit? Maybe. I mean, I could be doing to a -8 in game week 34, but I don't necessarily think I'm going to need that much, so maybe a -4 at most. I've got 2 free transfers this week, which helps. Schlupp took his place and played well today. Yeah, Schlupp was really good, yeah. Sorry if this has been asked, but is Son a worry, or is there no rush to move him on? I'm not hugely worried this week, although I'm probably a little bit more on the side of he may miss out, whereas a lot of other people think he's guaranteed to play this week. I don't know if that's the case, but I think you can keep him for Bournemouth, and then you look to move him on. When am I planning on wildcard? 35 or 36, I think. I haven't decided that yet. What double game week players do I want for Arsenal Southampton double game week? So Sanchez. If he's fit, Gabbiadini probably. Yoshida. And then again, I'm struggling. I mean, Gabriel, 4.8 million could be handy enough, but Arsenal defence doesn't look good. And I'm not going to use a striker spot on someone like Welbeck or Giroud, so it would have to be another midfielder if I want an attacker. I don't know, I may even just go 4 in that as well. I really want to be all in on these double game weeks, but it's tough. Gameweek 37 would be a different story. Martinez doesn't keep his place in goal though, does he, I think? How long's check out for? Okay, could be back this week. I mean, check comes straight back in. I don't think it matters how good Martinez does. Gave away the penalty tonight. It's a bit of a dive by Townsend. But like in real time, it looked dead cert. Check and Espino rubbish. Yeah, I know people saying that about Check a lot, but he's not going to use his third choice keeper ahead of Check. What kind of message does that give to Check? Justin Ward-Prowse. Is it James Ward-Prowse, not Justin? Or did I say Justin by mistake previously? Yeah, someone asked that earlier in the stream. What happened to the double game weeks being announced already? I don't know whether that was announced. Was it announced on the Premier League site? Must be soon enough. How's it going, Illusions? I think the double game week announcement would be interesting more for Southampton because they could get on with Hull at home. I think if they're playing game week 35, it's Hull at home. Hazard or Ali going forward? It has to be Ali, I think. But Hazard does look alright right now. But Ali's such good value for money, and Spurs are in such good form. Play Zaha or Carroll. Who do West Ham have? It's the away game, isn't it? Sunderland away. Yeah, I'd play Zaha, I think. King could be the single game week player we all ditch who just keeps his form up. Nah, I think I'm going to potentially keep him because he's quite cheap. Townsend or Zaha? Yeah, I'm still favouring Zaha because Townsend frustrates me, but Townsend really could be a shrewd pick. Polls. Let's do polls. Because I said I'd do them just a minute ago, or about 10 minutes ago, and I never did. And we're not going for 15 double game week because, to be honest, I've not looked at what kind of team I'd like for the game week 37, but I have a feeling that 15 double game week is going to be tough. Townsend or Zaha should be a poll. Yeah, I just put in Palace attacker rather than Townsend or Zaha. Mark, I don't know. It'd be tough for him not to get Zaha, I think, but he's a big fan of Townsend. Right, polls, before I really forget again. So like I said earlier, I did quite a few yes or no ones just to make sure we got some good amount of answers, hopefully. So 101 responses on is Kane essential? I mean, most of these are probably going to be pretty obvious. It's just pretty obvious what the higher percentage will be, but we'll see how high it is. So if it is Kane essential, yes was 66% and no was 33%. Is it time to let Sanchez go? Again, this is probably going to be a high yes. Oh, it's not. So is it time to let Sanchez go? 101 responses as well. 50%. Okay, it's missing out a percent there. But 50% say no, and 49% say yes. That's really close. That's much closer than I thought it would be. Best Palace attacker to get 102 responses. Zaha, 87%. Miles out in front. Townsend, 7%. Benteke, 3%. And one person, which it puts down as 0%, says, oh, you have to say it now. Is it Milivojevic? He takes penalties. One person said that. How many double game week players we have in 34? So 3 to 4 was 58%. I think I'm probably going to fall in that category. 5 plus was 21%. 1 to 2 was 18%. And one person chose 0. What was the last one? Is it time for Sigurdsson to go? Yes, 68%, and no, 31%. So there you go. Sanchez won much closer than I thought. It is always tough to let go of someone like Sanchez, so... It was quite funny, because I was getting ready to tweet out whether Palace scored the penalty, and suddenly this guy that I'd never really heard of before stepped up, so I was typing in the name of it, his name off the back of his shirt before he took the run up, just so I got it right. Yeah, I would like Sacco maybe as my Palace defender, but he's going to miss that Liverpool game, which is a bit annoying. Do I think Mawson will keep a clean sheet? Probably not. But my defence is in a bit of a rough spot right now. What are my plans this week? Probably to bring Kane in, but you missed it just so about 10 minutes ago. I'm really struggling about how to bring him in. No, I have different ways. Maybe Sanchez out. Can I get Sanchez out? As someone who like made sure to, or someone that made clear how many times he blanked in the recent games. He's now blanked 3 games in a row. Played 90 minutes in all. Yeah, I'm going to play Valencia versus Chelsea. What are my thoughts on Son going into this game? Were you confident of a haul? I wasn't confident on 19 points, no. I thought he could get some kind of attacking returns though. I just thought that it wasn't a big enough risk to keep him. There was a chance he was going to play, and it was a good fixture, so I thought it's better to have the extra free transfer. Yeah, no, highly unlikely to be another stream this week. Gonna be away, so probably know where to do it. So I want to make sure that I did one tonight. Yeah, I don't know if there is any Southampton fans there, but I would also like to know what the Caceres situation is and whether Stevens or Yoshida might be dropped. I assume it would be Stevens anyway, but still. Getting rid of Costa this week, so you'll have no Chelsea coverage. Is this wise? I don't think you need to cover Chelsea. But, I mean, Hazard does look like a good option right now, but probably not this week. I mean, Costa's not not really a sit behind the sofa when he's playing if you don't own him type of player, I don't think. Hazard maybe, but like I said, not this week. Oh, excuse me. Philip, we must have been watching a different game. Is Ozil a viable option again? He looked really great against today. No. He did not look really good today. He was dropping so deep. I feel like you were watching a game like a repeat from like a couple of seasons ago or something. Always stuff will happen, give it time. Probably within the next hour. Do you think Firmino is a good transfer? Not really. Not if they're going to be playing Origi up front, because it means Firmino has to come like wider. I think Coutinho is probably better right now. Yeah, I'm playing Pickford over Heaton this week for sure. Yeah, one of Ozil's passes was really bad. I went to pick out a player. It wasn't even that far of a pass to make. He just kicked it out. Is that actually? That's an interesting question. Is there anyone not bringing in Kane this week? Oh yeah, bonus points have been confirmed apparently. 2 minutes ago. You really hope Walker starts. Surely he's going to start. He's not injured, I don't think, right? He's just literally been rested twice. You don't see the need. You already have Ali in action and have Lukaku, Ibra and Negredo. Yeah, I feel like I have to have him though. Not looking at a third United player for the double. No, I don't think so. Pogba maybe. Pogba's one to get next year. I'm telling you, someone who hits the bar or the woodwork that much. Remember when Sanchez did, Suarez did that? Hit the woodwork over and over again. Next year, or the next year, he did really well. That's Pogba next year, I'm telling you. See you later, Killian. See you later, Big Rosie. Yeah, I don't get it overrounded. I don't know why he just doesn't put Sanchez back up front and see how it goes again. You don't think you're getting Kane? You have a full line of Benteke, Lukaku and Aguero. What if he gets eased back from injury? I don't think there's going to be any easing back now. I mean, his easing back was not starting the last game. I think it's almost certain that he starts the next one. Kane, that is, we're talking about there. KDB the one for next year. I don't know what's... Well, Pep has happened to him, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I was looking at filming. So get Kane in for Ibra this week and then just bring him back for Lukaku. Have you already, how will you get Kane in filming? Or are you going without? How expensive can you see Ali being next year? He'll probably be Was he 8.5 or 8 this year? I think he was 8.5, wasn't he? Yeah. He'll probably go to... How far ahead is he? Or whereabouts is he? Let's have a look. Oh, he's third right now, 188. So he's going to break the 200 mark. He'll probably go up to maybe a 10. 9.5 minimum probably. It kind of depends what they price other players at as well. You don't want to put him so high that no one brings him in. And I think generally they have to have a good few seasons of scoring that kind of points to go to get to the kind of Sanchez prices. Oh, you sold Costa to Kane last night, fair enough. What if Kane comes off the bench like this week for next week as well? I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I'd say it'd be 10 million max. I don't see him being any more than that. I think a 9.5 would be... Probably 9.5 would be fair value, but again, it will depend a lot on... a lot on other players and their prices. A City's attacking assets worth the bother. For Gameweek 37, what with Pep's tendency to rest players? Yeah, I mean, at that point, they're probably not going to need as much of a rest because there's not that much of the season to go, and obviously their rest comes with the holiday. It'll more depend on kind of what top 4 spots are looking like at that point. Yeah, I agree that Lukaku is sellable with West Ham away and then home to Chelsea. It's just the question is, do I just do it this week and bring Kane in and hope that Ibra does something against Chelsea, or do I use an extra transfer to get rid of Ibra and then bring him back? Don't know. The other thing I like about Ibra out and then back in is I don't have to make the decision to get rid of Sanchez. You can't say that for certain that Sanchez is going to play centre forward. Torres Magic in the house. You played Llorente over Zaha. I'm pretty sure you came into the stream and you asked me who to play. And I said to you, Llorente is rubbish, play Zaha. Is that right? I seem to recall that. Mark gets King off the bench. I know, so jammy again. Kane triple captain seems like the best option now. I mean, Kane triple captain against Bournemouth is an interesting idea for sure. If you're going to do Ibra to Kane, would you not do Lukaku to Ibra rather than selling Kane? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do Ibra to Kane, and then the next week I'll do Lukaku to Ibra. So that'll give me... Yeah, that'll just give me a couple of double game week players. I don't know. Ranocchia's little goal scorer. I know he's the he's doing what we all wanted Maguire to do. You triple captain Kane if you still had the chip. Yeah, triple captain is on a single game week is an interesting interesting option now, I think. Because Ibra, like we said earlier, Ibra is going to be the guaranteed captain in Gameweek 34, but doesn't look good, to be honest, for points to me. Or you look at triple captain in Gameweek 37 and use bench boost somewhere else. Is it okay to go with that Ibra for Gameweek 34? Of course it's okay. It's up to you. The only thing is you got to remember that Ibra will probably be by far the most captain player in Gameweek 34. So if he does well, could punish you, but it is 2 tough fixtures. Did I discuss Kane versus Lukaku captain? I think we did briefly. For me, it's going to be Kane. I think Bournemouth at home is a better fixture than Burnley at home. Lukaku does have the form. Spurs are playing really well though. Bournemouth shipping goals. I think they have actually kept a couple of clean sheets recently against Southampton. So you can see the 3 here, 2 here. Oh yeah, 2 clean sheets in a row there. But I think Spurs is a different game altogether. So I would go Kane. But it can't knock Lukaku in the form he's in. The only thing against Kane is points maybe shed. That is true, yeah. What is let me have a quick look here. I wonder what their goal involvement is for the whole season. Not even sure if I've got that set as a filter. Forwards. Oh yeah, goal involvement. Let's have a look. All matches. Lukaku 51%. Kane 51%. There you go. That's interesting. You got 89 and you didn't have Son. Very nice. Or is that Son? It should be. I mean, actually, like, I'm not going to read all these out, but I'm comparing Kane and Lukaku, right? This is for the whole season, so obviously players go through, they go through periods of form generally. That most players aren't in form for the whole season, so they go for a period of really good form, not great form, etc. So I'm looking at, I'm looking at the difference in stats. Like, considering Kane has played nearly 1,000 less minutes, it's pretty impressive versus Lukaku. I mean, Kane is well fit right at the moment. Kane is the #1 striker to own in FPL, I think. Better than Aguero. Now, I'm not saying he's better in real life. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that Aguero is worse. Like, if you go to a different manager and they play different. Nah, come on, Kane. Kane's not the best striker in the league. Come on. Aguero is still the best striker in the league, I think. Nah, come on, I'm not having that. Well, maybe I'll put that as a poll next stream. FPL purposes, sure, I'd get Kane, but give Aguero to a different manager. I think it's a different. It's a different conversation. What website do I use to get that many stats? Fantasy Football Scout. You have to sign up as a member. And I generally, like I sound like I'm advertising that. I haven't found somewhere else that's better to get stats like that. They're so easy to, you know, filter them, I should say. How long am I keeping Sigurdsson for? That is a good question. I don't know the answer for. I'll probably have him for the next 2 games because I think the way I'll do my transfers, I'm just not going to need to take him out. I'm not considering Siggy to Zaha this week. Again, this will depend on what transfers I want to make longer term. So yes, I have considered that, but I think I can. I think I want to do a defender transfer probably, and Ibra to Kane. So I don't know if I want to take a hit to bring Zaha in. You're keeping Siggy for the next 40 hours at most. I think Van Arnold will come in when he's fit. We just have to wait for news on him. Comparing Kane versus Lukaku averages per home appearance makes things interesting. Alright, let's have a look. Although, oh yeah, I'm not on the comparison tool. Minutes wise, it's not. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be Kane for me. See you later, Mourinho, Lampard, Hazard. Dropping Sanchez for Kane makes Monday Night Football twitchy. Yeah, you kind of have to hope that you've already got your points by Monday Night Football then. Like for me, it felt like pressure was off after Saturday. Lukaku has scored versus West Ham 9 games in a row. Oh, that's not the kind of thing I want to hear when I'm thinking about getting rid. Who to play? Is Valencia versus Chelsea or Anichebe versus West Ham? I think I'd play Anichebe to be honest. I always like favouring the attackers. Siggy to Zaha for a -4 is a no-brainer. We'll see. We'll see. But just so you know why I'm not 100% considering that, right? So if I do, let's say Van Aanholt's fit and I can bring him in. So I'll do Ibrahimovic to Kane, and I'll probably do Brunt or Funes Mori to Van Aanholt for free. Then I'll leave Sigurdsson in. Then next week, Lukaku to Ibra. And then Son suddenly is probably not an option. So I'll do Son to Zaha and just keep Sigurdsson for 1 more week. That's why I'm not necessarily looking at bringing in Zaha for him this week. Not considering Ibra for the double game weeks. Yeah, for sure. I'll bring Ibra back in for Lukaku if I go that route. Sorry you're late. What are people doing if they have Valencia and Walker? I think you can probably keep them both. Just wait for news this week. Yeah, I think purely Kane versus Lukaku. Yeah, if we're looking at captain choice, I think it has to be Kane instead of Lukaku this week. Because I bet if you compare Bournemouth away and Burnley away, I'd almost bet money that Bournemouth are much worse. That sequence of transfers means you need at least one goal from Kane to cover the hit. Why not just get rid of Lukaku this week? The thing is, it's not actually for a hit. I can do it for free because I have 2 transfers. But obviously I am using an extra transfer to do that. The last time I played Hokey Cokey with strikers, I got rid of Lukaku against Spurs and he scored and it just didn't work out. So I am a little bit tempted to get rid of Lukaku, but that is such a big risk, I think. Although one thing I've been doing, I know people always say the overall rank will win you your mini leagues, etc. But one of the reasons I got rid of Costa, as well as just really wanting Ibra, was that one of my mini league rivals who I was really chasing didn't have Costa, and they'd taken a hit, so it was almost like I could get rid of Costa for free and not be punished by him. But I think they own Lukaku, so that is a bigger risk. You know, if I take out Lukaku and then give him mini league rivals a potential very nice differential this week. Are we sure Van Arnold comes back in the slot? Fairly sure, I think. But they are playing well, they've been keeping clean sheets, so it is a bit of a risk as well. Lingard for a game week 34 punt. Now, that would be a punt for sure. He's pretty cheap, what is he? 5.6, so you know, kind of again, maybe cheap enough to take the risk, but I don't know, Burnley away and Man City away just doesn't inspire much confidence, to be honest. Fairly sure, I think. Well, the reason I said, yeah, okay, that was really bad way of wording it, but I mean, he has been out for a little while, Van Arnold, so there is always the risk of, you know, coming back from injury, but Sam Allardyce really likes him, so how have Burnley been doing away from home recently? Yeah, clean sheet, conceded 2, conceded 3, conceded 1, conceded 2. I mean, they never really concede a huge amount of goals, but Everton is such good form. I think third forward bench fodder right now, best one is probably an Ichibi for me. Fifth mid, maybe Davies from Everton. Is it too early getting Kane in this game? I don't think so. I mean, Pochettino said that last week. We don't know if he can quite start, but you know, he'll be involved. He was on the bench, so you've got to think this week he's ready. Unless you hear more from Pochettino. Although price changes could screw me, I kind of want to wait for news this week just to see. Yeah, Jesus might be back soon. He could be a problem. I don't really want to buy into Aguero until I see what's happening with Jesus. They need to bring in the double captainship. Is that not just slightly better than triple captain? Or do you mean captain and 2 different players? Another person taking, or getting Lingard in as a punt apparently. Be interesting if that does work out for you. Oh god, are many of you playing that Norwegian version of FPL? I couldn't do it. You're all better than people than I am. Right people, I think we're going to start wrapping up unless you've got any last minute questions that I haven't already answered. Let's have a final look at the polls. If you haven't already, hit the little I button in the top right corner of the screen, you can vote on the polls. We'll see what's winning. And also while you're doing that, hit the thumbs up button before you go. And subscribe if you're new around here. What subscribers are we up to now? Don't even know where it shows me. Oh yeah, 1,027, lovely. I'll have to, like I said, there's not going to be no other streams this week, more than likely, so I will tweet out. Oh yeah, I didn't even. Never mind, actually. I just thought of something else. But anyway, I'll tweet out what my team looks like when I decide on my transfers. Maybe the Scoutcast will give me some inspiration tomorrow. Let's have a look at the polls quickly, though. I don't expect there's been too many more answers from last time. So, is Kane essential? 116 responses now, so 68% say yes and 31% say no. Is it time to let Sanchez go? 53% say no, 46% say yes, so that's actually gone up a bit higher on the no side. Best Palace attacker for the double game week, so yeah, Zaha has to win that by a mile. 83%, 9% say Townsend, 5% say Benteke, and 1% say Milivojevic. I don't know. How many double game week players in 34? 59% say 3 to 4, 21% say 5 plus, and 18% say 1 to 2. With one person apparently saying no. There's no players. Time for Sigurdsson to go. 69% say yes, 30% say no. So there we have it. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to be off. My throat is killing at this point. Good stream. Enjoyed that straight after the Arsenal game. As I said at the start of the stream, Arsenal was shit. Maybe it's time to get rid of Sanchez. I don't know if I can quite do it. I always get scared by transfers like that. And eventually the fear wins out and I don't do it. But we'll see. Kane in this week, almost certainly for me. How I do that, I haven't quite decided, but I will let you guys know. But yeah, have a good weekend. I will actually be back over in England for some days. And then I'll be back next week. Next week's streams is also going to be tough, but I'm hoping I can fit 1 or 2 in. After that then, hopefully it'll be back to normal for the run into the, to the final stage of the season. But yeah, we'll worry about that closer to the time. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Hit the like button, thumbs up if you haven't already. Be much appreciated. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. That'll let you know when I'm going live next. Follow me on Twitter, etc, etc, etc. Catch you guys later. I can find the button. See you later. Good luck in 33. Come on, Kane, captain.